Okay, can you see my slide?
Yes, doctor.
Okay. Okay, so today is about chapter 6. This topic refers to delivering the online customer experience. So this topic will cover on the website, the development of the website for the customer. And we also would like to see what kind of measures the company can use to uh, to measure or to say that, to confirm that their company actually in a good direction. Okay. So, internet marketers have to work hard to develop customer trust and deliver a great customer experience for their audience. So, online customer experience is the concept of online brand promise, the combination of rational and emotional factors of using companies' online services that influence customer perception of brand online. So the factors that influence the online customer experience can be presented in a pyramid form of the success factors. So either our customer visit the physical store, or if they visit our store online, both type of customer will have their own experience. So now when we shift from traditional business to the online business, it make, the situation, the online experience, online customer experience should be captured in different ways. Okay, if the customer go to the physical store, normally we are looking, the customer not only look at the product, but they also will look at the ambience, the atmospheres of the store. However, when we shift the store from traditional to online, meaning to say that the experience should be captured differently in terms of satisfaction of how customer satisfy with their experience with certain stores, may be or should be measured differently as compared to when customer come to the physical store. Okay, so these are the online customer experience pyramid, the success factors. So we can see that to the customer online experience, okay, it should be checked, or the business must ensure each of customer will have all of this. The first one is the rational values, second one emotional values, and last one is promise experience. So it is the same thing like the customer come to the physical store. They also must have the rational value, emotional value, and promise experience. However, the element of each may be different. Okay, for online customer, rational value can be measured based on ease of use, relevant, and performance. So if the customer come online, in terms of rationale, why they are coming, it because of this. Ease of use refer to usability. Either the website is usable to them or not. Or the product that the website offer, is it usable or not? Second one is the accessibility and standard. Accessibility and standard meaning that the business have to ensure that uh, each of the customer has what it call the accessibility. Accessibility meaning to say that your website must not have so many things that make customer difficult to view your website. Okay, some of website come with videos and come with the very high graphic. Sometimes when you have a low what we call uh the medium range of devices, or lower range of devices, may face difficulties to access. So it come under this accessibility and standard. Okay, so the business need to really what we call decide which kind of devices can access this website. because majority of the time business cannot cater like everybody can access, especially to those who have like a slightly lower range of devices or outdated devices may face difficulties. But business must have a tolerance in terms of accessibility, meaning to say that they should cater if the user is using Android or if the user is using iPhone. Both are using different OS, but it should not have problem in terms of accessibility. So this is under ease of use. Second one is the relevance. It refers to the content and search, and second one, customization. Content meaning that how good the presentable of the content or the information about the product available on the website. Okay, customization. For example, if you wanted to purchase certain products, sometimes it allow you to do some customization. For example, if you wanted to purchase notebook, you can decide how much RAM you wanted to include in, the size, the size of monitor. Sometimes you can buy it as additional, and you can also upgrade your hard disk, or you can use different type of hard disk. You can use SATA, you can use normal hard disk, for example. So those are customization. You allow the customer to do some part of the customization for the product you wanted to purchase. And of course, the last one is performance. Speed, meaning to say that even though in the website you have so many things like graphic and so on, business have to make sure that it's still not burden, or it is not resource hunger. Resource hunger, we need to say that the video is good quality, but not up to the point where you need, for example, like special softwares or special additional add-on you have to include in order for you to view the videos, for example. So those are also included in the performance. And sometimes too much of graphic, it will slow down the process of the website when you call or when you try to access the website. So it will affect the speed, the element of speed in the performance. Second one, availability. Availability meaning to say that it should be available 365 24 hours, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. So that what it mean by availability. Okay. And availability also have to make sure that it should available to various customer. Some customer may have some special needs. Okay. For example, that's why whenever a company wanted to come up with a website, they must know this particular product actually who are their customer. If the customer has special need, they have to make the content available for those target group. Okay. For example, if the audience probably blind, so how are you going to cater for that? If your customer probably deaf, and how do you cater with that? And sometimes we see that it's like, okay, how come those people who cannot hear can have the handphone, right? And how come people who blind actually is not able to can use the handphone so effectively? I have two experience with me. I ever actually back in 2012, I had a student, uh totally blind. And then you just imagine how struggled he is to learn in the same class with a normal student, and at the same time he still score and manage to get good grades. So this student actually teach me a lot about how technology facilitate their daily routine, and especially in their learning. At that time, I don't really use Skype so much, but he is the kind that introduced me and encouraged me to use Skype because I need to fulfill his need. Okay, so meaning to say that one, we are talking about special needs. Some product may the phone may need or the product should cater for this. That's why certain phone now it can detect voice. Actually, for those who are blind, but yeah, good for normal people also can use that. Okay, second one is about emotional values. Emotional values, it can be based on two things. One is design, the other one is reassurance. So design, it is same like if physical store, it is more to ambient and atmosphere of the physical store. It's like styling tone, it's like the visual design. It's like when you went to or when you go to a physical store, normally you would like to see the decoration, the layout, you know. So it's the same thing because online we don't have that. So we rely on the design. Reassurance is about trust and credibility. Online in online world, trust becoming more important because the customer will reveal their personal information that if the business not taking care all of these confidential information carefully, it can be misused. Okay, people can manipulate this information, and there's a lot of crime happen based on uh, confidential information leaking to the irresponsible person. And credibility, actually, this one is the same like our online store. Each of the business must have it what we call the credibility lah, meaning to say that they should portray that people can come and do the business with them without feeling they probably being scammed. They probably the pro, you know uh the meaning to say that it should be trusted. Okay, it should be trusted, and that they can deliver. Okay. And then the last one is the promise experience. Promise experience, it can be in terms of product, interactivity, and service. So product, meaning to say whatever price, whatever promotion that being said in the advertisement, for example, it should come the same as the same condition to the customer. That is, there should be no hidden cost. If you wanted to have the additional cost, for example, like postage, it should be mentioned clearly. And also you should have the range of the product. Sometimes when we wanted to have this customization, it should also have range. Interactivity, meaning that how customer the journey or the experience of the customer from started to looking at the catalog until they complete the payment and they receive the product. Flow and data entry of the customer, because online, when we are talking about business online, customer will fill in their own form. Okay, and also in terms of services, for example, like fulfillment, meaning to say that either whatever been promised by the business to the customer actually get it. Those are what I call the fulfillment. And support if needed. If some defect and customer wanted to claim for defect product and so forth, how the company support those activities online. Okay, digital marketing should also consider these issues that associate with online customer experience, such as ease of locating the site through search engine, meaning to say that the name of the company or the name of the product should be very easy for the customer to remember and to find it through the search engine. Service provided by partners online on other websites. Okay, there are some possibility that the company or the business may have services with offered by another partner. For example, if we already have a product like in UiTM previously, we have Harum Manis. To deliver Harum Manis, actually they have a delivery partner which is a CityLink. So these are also included. Those are also issues that related with customer experience. And quality of outbound communication such as newsletter. Outbound meaning to say whatever information the company wanted to provide it to the customer. Those are outbound. If the company received the information from customer, it called inbound. Okay, quality of processing inbound email. Inbound email can be in several types, such as complaints, such as comments, such as suggestion, such as follow-up. So those are the inbound email. And integration with online, offline communication, meaning to say there are sometime when we have a product delivered online, once in a while there are some possibility that the business need to call personally. Call personally is under offline communication, or sometimes you want the customer to come and on certain case to come to the store or to come to the service center to make the verification. So that is also the integration with the offline communication. Okay, this chapter, it is more about capturing the customer experience. Therefore, design actually is one of the part that is very important to ensure that the customer journey, customer experience in doing the transaction is acceptable and customer satisfied. Okay, planning is necessary since design of a site must occur before the creation of the web page. So the design process involves analyzing the need of owners and users of a site, then deciding upon the best way to build the site to fulfill this need. So without a structured plan, costly reworking is inventable. Meaning to say that whenever we wanted or the business wanted to come out with one website design, one thing we must remember that firstly in terms of colors, in terms of the font, the choice of font, and it just we wanted to make sure that, or to make the customer remember of the design, of the colors, of the font, up to a point where when customers see something outside, they can say, "Hey, this particular font seem like whatever brand." Okay, uh, or maybe, oh, the blue color, this blue color seem like Cellcom logo. So meaning when the company or the business can have the influence to the customer up to that point, meaning that that particular company already successfully, okay, engaging the customer with their experience. That what actually is important, up to a point where customer can associate whatever they see around them with the product or with the color or with the website design. So this is the summary of the process of website development. So we have the main site development activities, and we also have the key support activity. So whatever the main site development, it consists of two main process. The first one is the initial process or initiation process, and second one is the development process. So initiation process consists of marketing objective, prepare brief, and select the agency. Most of the time, preparing or having a website not being done by its own business, but they will find the agency to do it for them. Okay, and then whatever they wanted to do, or the discussion with the agency, must at the end fulfill the objective of the marketing, and this marketing objective also must support and align with business objective or the company objective. Coming to the development process, it will start with marketing research. This is where the business try to get as much of information from the customer and from the parties that associate with the company, such as the supplier, intermediaries, the agent and distributors, and so on. And after that, they will have the prototype design of the website, and then develop the content, test and revise and launch the site. Along the line, the company also must have what we call the key support activities, such as register domain. This is very important. The domain site should reflect the company. Okay. There are sometimes we can see the domain name is very specific. For example, like malaysiaairlines.com. The domain name is www.malaysiaairlines.com. However, if we look at the Firefly, Firefly is not Firefly LY, but the domain name is Fireflies. The reason is that when they wanted to register the domain of Firefly at that time, the domain had been taken by some other company. That's why it is not reflecting Firefly, but you will have the fireflies.com. Even that domain name sometimes may not truly reflecting the name of the company, but sometimes it because of some limitation, such as Firefly, you still need to find something that sounds close, that make people remember, oh, this is Firefly. Because at the beginning also last time I feel difficulties. I try to find the Firefly login to purchase the ticket, but I keep few time, okay, until one day I realized that, oh, actually Firefly, it has the way we write it down in the search engine should be a bit different. Okay, apart from that, when we have the agency also will provide the hosting provider. Hosting provider meaning that to make sure that the website is available, you should have servers and few other things, okay, to support, such as a good connection, a high speed internet, and so on. So this hosting provider normally will be provided by the agency, of course, with cost. And after that, when we have the prototype design, okay, the business also need to have what it called the communication plan. Communication plan meaning to say that how are you going to announce to the customer that you are going to have this website, and this website actually will support the company. And while developing the content, the other team actually also need to do some start to doing the promotion. One, we have the launch the site, we will have a main promotion, meaning to say this is the one team, and this is another team that will support this the main activities. Okay, planning website and redesign project. The planning process that involve in website design and redesign project are pre-development tasks, analyze and design, content development and testing, publishing or launch the site, pre-launch promotion, and ongoing promotion. So these are the planning that the company must have, even though they will have a team that is preparing the website and or developing the website, designing the website. At the same time, the planning process should cover up to ongoing promotion. It is not to say that you launch the site and it is done there. No. The content need to be updated. The promotion also need to be done continuously. Okay. For example, now, today is 23rd of May. If you notice, if you go to the website, the social media, you started to see the payday promotion. Payday promotion meaning that it has to come monthly. Same thing like 1.1 promotion, 2.2 promotion where it's come to with the special date. Okay, so those are the kind of the ongoing promotion. Unlike before online, we just waiting for year-end sale, we just waiting for the Hari Raya sale, things like that. But now you can see the in term of promotion or the day to promote, okay, on certain activities are varies. Payday, and you have like special day 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10, things like that. And then who involved in the website project? Firstly is a site sponsor. Who sponsors the site? Who provide the site? And the site owner, meaning that those who sponsor the site is not the same as site owner. Site owner actually is the company who engage the agency to develop or to uh, host the website. And we have a project manager, and project manager will oversee the whole process. We also have site designer. Site designer will focusing on the overall design. Content developer only looking at the content. Webmaster the updating of the information and so on. Stakeholder is many. It's not only the stakeholder of the company. Sometimes also the customer is considered a stakeholder. The supplier also considered as a stakeholder. Initiation of the website project. So before going for analysis, design, and creation of the website, all major project must have the initial phase. So before this, we know that we have three initial phase. At this phase, the objective of the website are review to assess whether it is worthwhile investing in the website and to decide the amount to invest. So during the initiation, at the end of the process, the company will identify the agency that will help them to design, to develop the website, and to make it available to the customer. Okay, so at initial stage, company should do the domain name selection and registration. This is a support activity. Uniform resources locator or URL, for example, like www.malaysiaairline.com or perlis.uitm.edu.my. Okay, and then selecting the host provider who will host or uh, where we wanted to put our website and to make it available to our customer. Website performance optimization in terms of speed and availability as well as the accessibility. And last one is the availability of the website itself. It should be 365 27 24/7. Okay. Analysis phase involved using different marketing research. Now we are moving from initiation process to the main process. So analysis phase involve using different marketing research technique to find out the need of the site audience. This is where the company try to get as much of information from the customer. This time, company may do some interviews. They may work out on some survey, okay, or they probably do the road tour to get the information from the customer. And then after that, this need can then be used to drive the design and content of the website. And in analysis, we are seeking to answer the following type: who, what, why, and how question. This is actually the question that the designer need to ask to ensure that the content they include in actually conform with the requirement or the need of the customer. And to help answer this question, web designer commonly use a research-based approach known as user-centered design. User-centered design meaning to say that when they wanted to come up with certain design, they must ensure that it will reflect the need, should be easy to use, should be available all the time. It should be easy for the customer to find the product or services. Easy to to do, to have the experience of the process to complete the transaction and so on. And last one, use ethnography or customer persona to build the website design. Customer persona meaning that you must, or the business must know who are their target customers so that they are able to bring in or to anticipate the persona needed for each of the website. Defining site or app requirement. These are the key requirements for an online presence. Online presence is that when customers come to our website, they are feeling that they are welcome. We should know that. It's like when you are visiting someone's house, or you are actually trying to fulfill the invitation of someone, and you go and visit the place. Sometimes you feel like you are not welcome. When you feel that you are not welcome, actually you are losing this one, present. You don't feel that people welcome you. That's why in business, this is very important to ensure that everybody, every customer that visit the website, they must feel that they are welcome and appreciated, and the system is able to serve them what they want. And to do that is not easy. Itu yang jadi customer, yang dipanggil persona. Customer persona tadi. Okay. And for the key requirement for online presence, we have to type the business requirement and user requirement. And for user requirement, we have usability, accessibility, and also information need. So we look what it means by business requirement. Business requirement is to achieve marketing outcome or marketing objective. So develop a marketing-led site design, also known as the persuasion marketing. Meaning that site design element are developed to achieve customer acquisition, meaning that customer pada asalnya just wanted to view, end up they will purchase something. Okay? That is persuasion marketing without the customer realizing it. And retention. Retention meaning that they wanted to just probably come for 5 minutes, end up they will spend like 50 minutes with you. And communication of marketing message, meaning to say that the communication happen, either the customer realize it or not, actually they are doing the interaction. Okay? It's interaction normally is about how the customer communicate with the system. But if the customer communicate with the business, like for example, the assistants, okay, chat assistant and so on, that is, we refer that as communication. But with the system, normally we call it the interaction. So for example, for customer acquisition, appropriate incentive for customer acquisition and permission marketing must be devised. So permission marketing is about when you register, you will take, you wanted to receive newsletter and so on. Those are the permission marketing. I think all of them already been covered in chapter 5. Yeah. Second one, for user requirement or usability, it consists, usability refer to how easy the product or the website to be used. A website design should ensure that the user interface of the site is learnable, memorable, error-free, efficient, and give user satisfaction. This is, important because different target audience may have different ability to interact with the system. So certain website that focusing on the newer generation, for example, you can add more thing because newer younger generation, they already familiar with the transaction, and it will be very easy for them to absorb and to memorize and to learn to use the website. But if the product is for like middle age group of people, so the website should be changed, should be tailor-made based on this target group. So that what you mean by usability lah. So usability involve two key project activities. One is the expert review. Second one is the usability testing. So prior to coming out with a good website, the company have to make sure that they are going to get the advice from the expert first. For example, if they already have the website before, they will go to the expert and try to find what else can be improved. Okay. And second one, of course, to do the usability testing, to test in terms of is it easy to be used, in terms of speed, in terms of accessibility, and also in terms of availability. So all of this is under usability testing. Okay, for the user requirement, web accessibility requirement, web accessibility is about allowing all users of website to interact with it regardless disability they may have, the web browser or platform they are using to access the site. So, this ability they may have. That's why certain websites allow voice detection. You can do search based on voice detection to actually to cater this, regardless of disability they may have. However, increased usage of mobile device should also make consideration of accessibility important. For example, providing accessibility website to the disabled person, such as the image in the website should have enough color contrast. We must remember that there are certain people who are colorblind. Even though they are the minority, but the color choice should be cater the maximum satisfaction of the customer. So there are certain colors that may cause problem to the color blind people. Okay, therefore, as the designers, they have to make sure that the choice actually they try to avoid having those colors that cause the problem. Okay, in terms of information need, we will have two things. One is the localization. Second one is the reviewing competitors' website. Localization meaning that decision on website design whether to include specific content for a particular countries. So a site may need to support customer from a range of country with different product need, language different and culture different. For example, like converting the website, sometimes the website, it has a choice, right? You can choose, if you wanted to use English, the whole website can change to English. If you choose Chinese, the whole thing will change to Chinese. If you can change it to Arabic, the whole thing is Arabic. Those are the localization. And then reviewing competitors' website is about benchmarking of competitor website to compete effectively with competitors that already have the website. And benchmark on its easy of use, the impact of design, marketing, communication technique, and service offered. So as a business, we can always view our competitors' website. And if we can do that, meaning to say that competitors also can come to our website and view. Therefore, this should be a positive competition, okay, that uh you know um that should be enforced, that should be highlighted. But when we are in the same industry, actually we cannot say something bad about our company by right. If we can see that big company never say bad about their competitors, majority of the company, they just sit by side. You are doing your thing, I'm doing my thing. Yes, we probably selling almost the same thing, but actually each of the company has its own way to highlight or to put front their competitive advantage. Okay. And then designing the user experience. Once analysis has determined the business and user need for a site, the site can be designed. So the design phase is critical to a successful website since it will determine the quality of user experience. And a good experience is determined by the structure of the site, menu choices, and searching facilities. So these are some of the design that need to be carefully choose. Okay, it's like when we are talking about the design of the website, it's same thing like the layout flow of the physical store. Okay, we wanted as a user, as a customer, we prefer to come to a store that is has a very good and very easy to do the transaction, to choose the product in terms of how they put their product on shelf and so on. It is same thing, only that now we are discussing about how to put it in proper and preferred to the customer's eyes. So to achieve high quality content through design, companies should create what we call the customer oriented design website. So customer oriented design meaning that the design is based on optimizing the user experience according to all factors such as content is detailed, clear, up to date, easy to find. So this thing actually sounds simple but very difficult to do it because of some limitation, because of lots of limitation, especially when it comes to the technological limitation. Okay, so in terms of designing the user experience, evaluating the design, according to Bevan, to test the effectiveness design for usability, it depends on three areas, which is the effectiveness, productivity, and also the satisfaction. So effectiveness meaning that can user complete their task correctly and completely. Productivity are tasks completed in acceptable length of time. Satisfaction are users satisfied with their interaction. So productivity, another word for productivity is effectiveness. When we are discussing about effectiveness, it's about the completion of time in the given time frame. Okay? But not only that, every task also must be effective in a way that the task should be done correctly and completely. And on top of that, of course, we need to ensure that the customer is satisfied. They get what they want. So these are the elements of site design. The first one is site design and structure. Overall structure for the site, for example, easy to read, adequate font size, uncrowded presentation. And site style, the effective website design will have a style that is communicated through use of colors, image, and layout. Those are under style. Site personality, style element can be combined to develop a personality for website. For example, business audience offer requires detailed information while customer side is usually more graphical intensive. So it depends on who are the audience of the website. And visual design is include consideration on the speed of downloading graphic, screen resolution, color on screen, and different access device. In order for you to understand all of this, what you can do, you can take this note and you can browse the website and try to identify the design, the structure, site style, site personality, and also visual design. So when I want, because chapter 6 actually is one of the chapter in the test. So these are the kind of question that probably ask in your test. What you need to do is that's why in test normally I will ask you to include in the web, what I call the web URL, the website address. Because when you do the when you do the discussion, I would like to see how do you define, or how do you explain this kind of element in the website based on the website you are giving me. So if test, that is how my test will look like. And development and testing of the content, marketer do not need in-depth understanding of development terminology as they will use specially for this. Remember, they already engaged the agency to do it for them. So, however, marketer have to know on the aspect of customer experience that can be affected by tool and development methodology used. And marketer also can test to make sure the system have been built successfully. Detailing on how the development process is okay can be conducted or outsourced to the third party. But, however, the customer experience, the business must know, and how the system built successfully also, they should roughly know what is going on. Okay, now developing and testing the content, testing the experience. So test the content displayed correctly on the different web browser. For example, how do you see the layout in the notebook and in the smartphone? How it differ from Android and Apple? How it differs if display it in Windows or display it in Apple OS? And how it differ, for example, if you are using IE, if you are using uh, Google search engine, different search engine also sometimes will make, you know, different layout. And test plugin if needed. For example, if customer needs certain plugin to play the videos, will it works? Okay. Test all interactive facilities and integration with the company database. This is very important, especially when it comes to stock. When the customer purchase one, the stock should be minus one. Okay. And then test spelling and grammar, and test adherence to corporate image and standard. It should be, the color should be the same. The way the way you deliver the content also should be similar with whatever the company have in their other material or in their other information about the company. Okay, and test to ensure that all internal and link to external site are valid. Online retail merchandise. For online retail site owner, merchandising is a crucial activity in online. Presenting relevant product and promotion to site visitors should keep boost their key measures of site performance such as conversion rate. So the main point of the online business entity is that they want, if the customer come once, they can convince, or the information they have is sufficient to make a conversion from potential customer to actual customer. And to do that, it is not important. Sorry, it's not easy. To do that, it is not easy because the business have to make sure that the website is enough to persuade the customer to stay and make purchase. So some common approaches used for online retail merchandising is expanding navigation through synonymous. That's why sometimes in store you also have they call search in store. Applying faceted navigation or search approach. Sometimes you can define the category, okay, based on specific product and then featuring the best selling product prominently. That's why when you go to online store, they always have like eBay, they will have like best selling product and so on. Use bundling, meaning that you buy one 79 ringgit, you buy two 88 ringgit. Okay, so those are bundling. Use a customer rating and review, and also use product visualization system. So when you go to, for example, like Lazada or Shopee, you always see the teaser and short videos. So those are under product visualization systems. And site promotion or traffic building. Promotion of site in order to boost visitors is a significant topic that is part of strategy of developing a website. Particularly important issues that must be considered during the course of website design are search engine optimization and experience delivery on landing pages. So the company must know how to bring the traffic to the website. And then once they have the traffic, they have to make sure that that particular traffic will stay longer. And if they just wanted to come and view, you must try to persuade them to make the actual purchase. So this one, I just leave it to you. Uh, Service quality. Delivering service quality in e-commerce can be assessed through reviewing existing marketing framework for determining level of service quality. Frequently used are based on the concept of service quality, and marketers can apply the element of service quality which Parasuraman suggests that customer judge the company. In every situation, in every company that offers service quality is always one of the most important thing for the customer whenever they wanted to be or to buy something and keep repeat the purchase. If we don't provide the quality that the customer anticipate, most likely that particular transaction will become one-time transaction. And these are the dimension of quality. Firstly, tangible. Tangible dimension is influenced by ease of use and visual appeal based on the structural and graphic design of the site. So this is like when you go to the traditional store, you see how good the design of the store is. Reliability depends on the availability of website. In other words, how easy it is to connect to the website as a user. You cannot make, for example, when the customer do the transaction halfway, the line cut out, probably the money had been deducted from the account, but the company don't receive the payment. If that kind of thing keep happening, actually, customer will think that your website is not reliable. Assurance. In an email contact, assurance can be considered as the quality of response. For example, respond to the customer inquiry. Meaning to say that if the customer wants something, ask for example, how long can I get the product after delivered or after sending out from your warehouse. So you should have a specific date or time needed for the product to be delivered to the doorstep of the customer. Empathy. Empathy in e-commerce can be achieved through email and web communication. Empathy meaning to say that you try to entertain your customer. The business need to entertain the customer and to say that or to make up to a point where to make the customer feel important and they are being appreciated. And that's it for chapter 6. I will stop recording.